I don't know what inspired me to say this to him because we were sitting down gaming together, and I said something like, I wonder why you don't tip over from your head being so big.
Oh, no, Lord.
Oh, just out the blue with that.
He couldn't stop laughing. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know where that came from. And so we just laughed about it the whole time. I'm like, where did that come from?
She said, I don't know why you don't tip over from your head being so fucking big.
We know you've wanted to say that for 20 years.
I guess
well,
so.
You're subconscious.
I guess so. It's so funny to me because I'm just like, what? Well, I wasn't even drinking. I wasn't like sleepy. I was just like, I wonder why.
Your brain was like, you know what? Tonight's the night.
We're just going to pull the trigger. We're going to do it.
This is me talking the way that I would talk during the podcast.
Titty taters, titty taters.
Tater tits.
Tater tits.
And then, of course, me with my loud ass.
No nipples.
No nipple heaven.
Not nary a nipple.
I'm going to leave it at 5 because I get louder.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Likewise.
Y'all bitches know what y'all going to talk about?
Yeah.
I got all of your hot flashes information.
Thank you, because this shit is driving me fucking bonkers. I can't with it. I'm so serious. No, I can't hear myself. Shit. Okay. But mind you, I'm talking quietly. I'll turn me down in the middle of it. But no, I can't fucking. I was telling Andi how I slept in underwear last night.
Welcome to my world.
Just underwear.
It's freeing, isn't it?
I don't. No, it's not. Because let me tell you why. Normally, this is what I would wear to sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
T-shirt, boxers, right? Okay.
And I'm already frustrated just thinking about that.
I agree.
Because really?
Mm-hmm. Because I get all tangled up in my clothes.
If I could just be naked, comfortably naked, oh yeah,
but
that's how I'd stay.
But this is a walking safety situation.
Well,
right?
I get that, but I guess I'm just gonna be naked when that stuff happens.
Like I said, you can shoot a motherfucker with your titties out. Well, I've gone over it several times in my mind, and I was like, yeah, I can shoot a motherfucker with my titties out. The pew-pew is right next to my bed. Yeah.
I mean, if there's a tornado, if there's a home invasion, whatever, I'm just going to be naked. But I mean, usually I've been wearing pajamas, but like I prefer to be absolutely free.
And there's a robe right next to my bed.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I'm not going to take the time to go grab a robe or anything like that.
Oh, no, if I have to shoot somebody, no. It's the titties.
She got to sling her boobs over her shoulder.
Right. Now, if it's a tornado or something, I'll grab that shit while I'm running out. Right. And I'll put it on.
And just start putting it on as you're running down.
Right.
And here we go, right this second. I'm just talking. I'm just having a fucking conversation. And I am already, I'm just,
Would you like to drink about it?
I know, I didn't make the michelada because I'm lazy, partly.
Well, I'm just wondering, because last time you said you didn't want to drink during it because you
get sleepy.
Yes, I did get. And
we watched her eyes get all low.
You can tell when she's ready, and that's when she starts to shut down and doesn't want to be around people because her eyes get like
that is like slit,
and then she's like,
and that's a lot of eye to be closing.
I know, a whole lot of eye, and then she's just like, I'm ready for y'all to get the fuck out of here. Like we should start timing, like watching her drinking when it gets to certain levels. Like, okay, we'll see you later,
because you'll know. What was I say? And that y'all, what y'all are gonna do is stay out of my brain. Is what you're gonna do. That's what I know. Today and forevermore. Stay up out my motherfucking mind.
Oh yeah, that's nice. We all have dreams and wishes,
right? Yeah, that's what you get when you get us for a squad.
She was like, yep, people who fucking know you. Mm-hmm. Not just know you. Know you. Aww. You hoes ready?
Us hoes is ready.
With meat in my mouth, I'm
ready. I know, right? I had a feeling that you would have to talk
go ahead.
when you put that in your mouth.
Put your meat in there. Put the meat in there.
Put that meat in your mouth.
Thank you. Huh?
I was trying to think. Was it something on TikTok that I was looking at where they were like, oh, this woman was like, I love meat. And she's sniffing the meat and she's like, and just. And
Jesus Christ.
Yes. And I was
know,
like,
God.
and
I keep imagining a dick, but
yes, exactly. And that's where that's where they were kind of going with that.
Oh,
they were like, I was like, okay, I don't want to see you eating nobody's meat. You hoes ready?
Ready.
We ready.
Hello and welcome to what's the show called?
I think it's
Multiple Devils.
yeah.
We hoes ain't ready.
We're not ready. I actually blame you, the audience, for thinking that we ain't ready. We do this shit every week. You know we ain't ready.
Oh, I'm your host, Toni.
It's been 6 days since
I am your host, Toni.
I'm Angie.
I'm Andi.
Oh my God, and we are back again with another week of shenanigans.
And who again?
Yes.
And is that it? Get it.
What?
Oh, no, you didn't get it. I saw you leave it. I saw it jump out
She
your
is directing us to literally catch flies in our hands.
It's a gnat. It's a gnat. And let me tell you something about these goddamn gnats. Because I have been away from home for a week. And so now that we're back in the studio, I thought I emptied that garbage out there. Mm-hmm. And obviously I did not.
Because I saw a lot of it. I was like, oh, goddamn.
Yes. Did you
Unusual.
smell it when you came upstairs?
No.
Good. Because that was triggering to me, the fact that I smelled it. So I thought I emptied that fucking garbage. And then when I went out there to go throw something in it, a plume of gnats came up from the garbage. Number one, I'm itching thinking about it right now.
I see that.
Right now, like up here.
How could you tell with the smell whether it was your trash or your murderous neighbor across the way?
Because it doesn't normally waft upstairs.
Okay.
The murderous neighbor, I have to walk past his place, and then I'm like, oh, see, he murdered somebody today.
Okay.
But this was up here on my patio, so it didn't waft up. Like even though it's a hot day and heat rises, it didn't waft up, so it was all good. So I knew it was me. And like a plucking plume, a plucking plume of gnats came up, and I was like, ah! And I shut the door super quick because I didn't want them flying into the house.
Pro tip: don't scream because then they'll get in your mouth.
And
God damn it, Andy! And now to add to another of my idiosyncrasies, I now have to like empty garbage. I'm itching in my hair, girl.
I will be referring to gnats as a plume.
A pluck of plume.
A pluck of plume. Listen, okay, so y'all, I've already started drinking. And, it's starting to kick in.
And I decided
I've already forgotten what she actually said.
Yeah, that did too. A plume of plats.
Yeah, a plait of plume.
A plait of plumes.
Yeah.
A plait of plumes.
I'll figure it out when I go back and listen.
And
to
I
this
forgot
later.
even why we started talking about trash.
Because I was trying to direct us to catch a gnat that was
yes, and so it's that stupid. I thought it was maybe the trash can. I went and I like shook it so that the gnats would like kind of fly out, and then of course there's gnat babies in there, and I was like, nope, that's disgusting. So I tied it up and put it out in the front. I should be having a plume of gnats out there eventually if the guys don't come in. Yeah, I know it'll be great. And if the guys
walk out, that's what we have to look forward
I'll be
to.
like, oh, it's a party. Oh, yeah.
Look at the plot of
plumes. The plumes of plats. I've got more plants. So there's my monstera that I went over to my other house and look at my other house, and I
eyeballed that as soon as I walked in. I was like, hey.
Yeah, don't eyeball it. She's just getting started. Right. But if we need to go get some from the main plant, absolutely we can do that.
Oh yeah, there's plenty. I've seen it.
Right.
My God.
And then I had guests over the other day who cleaned my place and bought that little plant right there. No, that was the basil. Those are propagations from the other house. They're the 3 new plants that I bought are over on the other side. They've been outside, so they probably have like a gnat issue as well. Fortunately, thanks to TikTok, our best friend around this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I have come across some things that I can do to try to get rid of those gnats, so I'll keep you niggas informed. I'm sure you're interested in my gnat problem.
No, actually,
Fuck
I
y'all.
am. I have a ton. I have a ton of plants, and I'm addicted to buying more.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Although I haven't in a while, but when I went to take care of Auntie Sassy, she had some ivies, and I was like, I'll be taking those home. She was like, I don't want to take care of these. I was like, I got you.
You don't have to take care of them. That's why we're here for you.
So now, but so far, I've not really had much of an issue with gnats. Not because of the plants.
Mm-hmm.
It's because my 17-year-old doesn't clean up after himself the way. Although he's doing pretty well for a 17-year-old.
Okay.
But just not the way that I would prefer.
Right.
And so I don't give him shit about that because he's a good kid.
When I went and got those plants, my intention had been to do a little bit of proplifting. But for those who don't know what proplifting is, that's going to like a home and garden place and seeing pieces of plant that have fallen off and putting that shit in your pocket and taking it to the house.
Shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, we absolutely. We balls was gonna say they love
I
us.
sure as hell propagated.
Yeah,
that shit.
girl, so did I.
I mean, I killed it like 3 months later.
I'm
like,
trying to think.
goddamn,
Did I kill it? Yes, I did. The purple one. I
Yes.
wanted it alive so bad, but the move is what killed it.
Yeah, I just forgot about it.
That's not how we got those cactus. We actually bought those
We
outright.
did.
But yeah, no, I expected to go do that, but I'm thinking that the trend has caught on, and that shit was clean. Do you understand me? I was like, oh, you motherfuckers! Either Walmart has gotten a hold of the go clean them shits,
Right.
because we're gonna have these people buy these plants. Although, don't play with us. We'll pluck that shit right off and put it in our pocket.
I was literally just thinking.
I mean,
that
I
as you
want to
were
get the
saying
ones that fall on the ground, but I can snip that shit. I got no
Okay.
problems with them.
I
mean,
just used my little bit of fingernails and
Thank you. Especially the ones you're killing and are getting ready to die,
Exactly.
and then you want to mark it down to like from $30 to maybe $10. Give me a break. I'll take that whole motherfucker and put it in my bag and call it a goddamn day. I'm saving this motherfucker. Y'all are trying to kill it for profit.
plants.
Yeah, so
things that grow naturally out of the earth.
Thank
They're
you.
trying
And you want to
kill
charge
for
me
profit.
$30 for it. Now, don't get it twisted. It's a monstera and they're gorgeous and they're big and all of this, that, and the other.
Honestly, I'll pay $30 for one of those.
Fortunately, mine was a gift and it was one of the better gifts that I've ever gotten.
Now,
in
are
my
those
life.
the same things that they call elephant ears? Or no?
No, elephant ears are different.
Oh,
Elephant
yeah,
ears
and they're
have
much
thinner.
bigger.
Yeah, I thought they had thinner leaves.
No, alocasias, and they can get really, really big. Yeah, they're very different because the monstera is more like the Swiss cheese of
Yes,
plants.
that's what they call
Gotcha.
them, right?
Yeah.
Look at elephant. I can't spell elephant. Elephant.
My oldest,
ears.
when he was a toddler, he used to say elphanet.
I love it.
Because he had a little stuffed elephant, and I was like, "Hey, kid, what is that?" He was like, "Elphanet."
And you're
my
like,
goodness.
yes, it is. Oh my
cute.
God, these are huge. So
Yeah.
yes, no, the elephant ears are literally as big as a child.
Right.
They have
Right.
these with a child standing next
There's
to
so
them.
many
This is
different
already-
varieties, but yes, some of them get massive.
Right.
Okay.
They're
Do
beautiful.
they do well in this Texas heat? Probably
They
not.
can.
They can.
They
Really?
can.
Oh, okay.
If you put the care into them.
Yeah, I'm
and
not going to do
I'm
that.
lazy. So like
No.
I just bought 2 roses that are like heat resistant.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I'm gonna throw you out there and see what happens.
Yeah, tell me, how is your because murder?
Aw,
Because murder.
Yeah.
my my crows are still coming around a lot, and I'm excited about that. But like at one point when because I sit at my window and I just watch them, and at one point there was a crow in the background. I think I had a cardinal on the feeder. I think I had a blue jay flying through. There was a squirrel and a bunny. Like there was so much shit happening at the
Oh
same
my
time.
God.
And I'm like, I'm a fucking princess. I'm a Disney
You
princess.
are.
Yes.
All you need now are mice making you like
Making you
clothing.
dresses and shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. And washing my fucking clothes.
Yes.
No.
So everybody go over to Andi's TikTok, because CAWS murder, because she's got her little feeder out there feeding the squirrels and the crows and the starlings and the cardinals. I was like, oh, and I
you
did
may
like
not think that that's interesting. Take your ass over there. You'll be addicted.
And the fact is, I sat there and I watched it. I was like, oh,
I know.
oh, this is nice.
And it was a trip to me because I posted all the videos leading up to the recent day that morning. And then a couple hours later, I had like over 200 views on one. And I'm just like, Jesus, people love burbs. Burbs. They love them some burbs. They said, yes.
Oh my gosh. Are we ready to get into things?
Sure.
All right. So, as of the last few weeks, I have been having major issues with my body.
It's that change.
This whore is out here fucking me left and right. And I mean, it is giving me the business. I'm changing clothes 2-3 times a day. Underwear, definitely 2-3 times a day, because it seems as if I have encroached upon this thing that we call the change, menopause.
At a certain age, yeah, your body just be giving you the
yeah,
you
and
have
it's
a
just
fraught relationship with
Yeah.
your
I want
body.
the swamp ass.
and I really and I just initially I thought, oh, okay, because like for like a couple of years I'd have one or two,
Right.
and even a few months ago I was having them like consistently, but then it just kind of went away. Now it's been weeks now,
Yeah.
and it keeps coming and coming and coming, and now I'm getting to the place where it's like literally every 10 minutes to an hour.
She's not exaggerating. We've witnessed it. It's actually it's quite amazing, really.
It's right.
The best part, she's like, here it comes.
Yeah, literally, and it can tell you when it's coming, right?
And you can see the beads of sweat start popping up on her
right.
forehead.
And I literally
Fascinating.
Like, it's not fascinating to me. I'll tell you, it's not fascinating to. So it's like trying to go places. My thought is, all right, I'm wearing very little makeup because I don't want my pores clogged, because I don't want to start sweating and then wash off all my makeup. And then I'm sleeping in less clothing, which I don't like, because I like to sleep with more clothing on, because a bitch is walking safety. And so
Can I ask you a question? Do you have hot flashes when you're having relations? During
That
relations?
is a good question.
I have not. Well, see, we're already hot,
Right.
so I can't tell
That's
the difference.
true. But I'm just wondering if it's a different sensation.
You know what? Now I actually kind of that little crossed my mind just a little bit just the other day, and I was like, are you having hot flashes while you fucking? And that was the conclusion that I came to. It's like, well, we're already hot and sweating, so I don't know the difference.
Right.
So I don't. The sensation is not different.
Okay.
So,
So you should just have sex all the time, and then
and I'd probably lose a lot more weight.
Literally all the time.
Because I am losing water weight like it's nobody's business, I think. It's like the changes that I've made in my life so far have been to always have something to cool me off near me.
We'll get to it.
Yes, and wearing more layers, sleeping half naked. I'm not getting good sleep because I'm throwing the blanket on, throwing the blanket off,
You
throwing the
really
blanket
should
on.
try full naked. It's pretty
No, I
awesome.
don't. It just, my titties flopping all over the place is not comfortable to me.
Do you sleep with the fan on?
Yes. I already sleep with one fan on, but now I have to sleep with two fans on.
Okay.
And then, what's the other one? Oh, washing my sheets a lot more often.
Yeah.
That's making me bonkers, because I don't have ready access to a washing machine and all of that other stuff.
Right.
I mean, I do, but because my car is still
It takes more effort than you're willing to.
than I'm willing to put through, and
Yeah.
I'm about to just go buy like 20 sets of sheets.
I was going to say, if anyone wants to donate sheets to this
Right.
cause, because that way we can just have a plethora of sheets. So
Thank you, and then that way I don't
But
have to leave
cute
the house
sheets.
as often.
Cute sheets.
Well, wait a
No,
minute, she doesn't do cute.
I
Sorry.
sure don't. I was
Sorry.
about to say, wait a minute.
cooling sheets. I'm going to say cooling sheets.
Ooh, yeah.
See, but I'm afraid of being too cold, and I can't
Oh,
sleep
for
when I'm
fuck's
too
sake.
cold. I know, I'm fucked up. Okay, so here's the dealio. No sheets with flowers. No flowers.
It fucks with her masculinity.
Yeah,
She
it
doesn't
does.
like that shit.
Cute sheets could be a geometric print.
Okay, yes, that's great.
As long as it's not pink or pastel.
Thank you. That's what I was about to say. No pink, no pastels, earthy colors like beige and green and
I like a navy blue.
I like navy blue too.
yeah, I can do a navy
My
blue.
favorite color is pink, so I'm quite the opposite.
Right. And so yeah, like so to speak, masculine colors and solid block colors. That's kind of my favorite thing going on there. But yeah, please don't buy me flowers. And watch as I say this, we'll get inundated with like
Right, an influx of-
flowery shit or cartoon shit. If you don't do cartoon shit, Steven Universe.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Steven Universe, all the black cartoons, black leads. So what's that one girl with the Iron Man suit? What's her name? Love Heart. Is that her name? Love Heart?
I don't remember her name.
Steven Universe?
No. It's the Iron Man. The female.
Oh, Ironheart.
Ironheart.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I knew it was something Heart.
That's Riri.
Riri. Thank
Yes.
you. We can take those. Garnet, we'll take any of that. All the black superheroes, you pass those over. All the black cartoon characters, I'll take those as well.
Okay, so like literally, I'm gonna ask for a PO box, and I'm gonna put it on the website. You can send it. Seriously.
And speaking of which, I have to get the PO box back up and running.
Excuse me. What size bed do you have?
Oh, I have. What is this? Is that a
queen?
A queen?
I think it's a queen. Yeah.
Okay.
Oof, Lord, here it comes.
Oh boy,
The excitement of getting sheets has
we're
started.
about to be entertained.
Look, it just.
Well, she's just doing an intro to what you got going on.
Yes,
so.
exactly. So, because of this misery that I'm going through, for the most part, which right at this very moment, I am deciding to demonstrate this.
Take your
high
shirt
five.
off.
Y'all gonna
Take it off.
Take it off. Take it off. You know you want to.
Y'all can tell I haven't been laughing at all. I'm coughing up all kinds of shit over here. So I was like, Angela, our education expert, please help a bitch out. Tell me what the fuck is going on with my body right now.
All right, let's do this. So I started writing the notes for this, and I was like, okay, I knew there was a lot of information, but I didn't know that it would be as interesting as it actually is. Mm-hmm. And actually, I had fun making titles to the sections of my notes, so it's funny. So my first section is, what are hot flashes? And then I said, some bullshit. That's what they are.
That is true. I can attest to that shit.
So the first thing I have is, according to Mayo Clinic, a hot flash is the sudden feeling of warmth in the upper body, which is usually most intense over the face, neck, and chest.
Sorry, y'all, if y'all can hear this fan, but a bitch is not playing with y'all.
Right? Seriously, you should see the visual. Funny, because you're thinking it's a personal fan. It's not.
It's not. It's not.
Just a big ass fan. It's great, actually.
It's adorable.
I feel like them saying the feeling of warmth is egregious understatement. Okay. And you can tell this was written by fucking
dude,
binary men or anyone that has an experience in the actual hot flash,
because it's not warmth, it's a burn.
Oh my god, it's more like feeling like you're about to spontaneously combust.
Yes,
like because you feel it from the inside out,
which is a thing. I think spontaneous combustion. We don't want to talk about that.
You know what? I never knew for sure until I had a hot flash.
Right.
And I was like, holy shit, I think that can happen.
But there's been evidence of like we'll have to dive into that
one
point.
day. Yes.
You know what? Actually, what I will do is on Instagram, because I know that there's a famous picture of a lady that spontaneously combusted
with just her feet.
Yeah. And there's just feet left.
Yes.
So I'll post that on the
one that was sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
And the chair
is
just
like
charred.
Yeah.
It's like, I totally get it now. I totally get it. Because I experienced my but one of the worst hot flashes at a hockey game. And if you've never been to a hockey game, it's cold in there, obviously, because there's ice.
Right.
So they got to keep that shit cool. So I'm wearing a t-shirt and I'm wearing my jersey over it.
Oh, and those jerseys are not a game.
No.
Jerseys are meant to hold that heat in.
Exactly.
And they're polyester. So normally when I'm on the East Coast on a cold winter day, and I will wear a jersey and a hat.
Exactly.
Because that's all I fucking need.
If it's winter, when we go to hockey games, I wear a shirt, a tank top, a shirt, a jersey, mittens, and an ear warmer.
Yeah,
you know,
because those damn jerseys those are meant to keep that heat in, honey.
And so I fucked around and had a frozen margarita. And that's really, I don't really like things with that much sugar in it, but that sugar just kind of, it made me feel wrong. But then all of a sudden I had a hot flash. I had to come out that jersey.
I bet you
and all I had on was my t-shirt, you know, and I was like, I was really debating whether or not,
because I had that t-shirt
right? Because I had a sports bra on under it. And I was like, I could do it.
You were like, nobody will notice.
Right.
I know I'm in the middle of this crowd, but I don't think I think everybody is enwrapped in the game, and I think I could possibly get away with having my titties out right now.
And you got that one
really
kid that goes,
that.
look, titties.
And I didn't give a fuck.
I bet you didn't.
I was like, it's time. So at some point, he gonna have to see titties, and might as well be.
You about to learn a lesson today, little boy.
Okay. So that's when I was just like, that shit was fucking horrible. So they are definitely soups uncomfortable, you know, and they can last for years. On average, women get.
I'm not willing to put up with this shit for years. I'm not.
I mean, if you got a way to make that shit stop, then
I will kill myself.
I mean, we had to put up with that period for
right
ever.
Maybe we can think of another way to make that shit stop.
She was like, could you not
Right?
keep talking this shit about killing yourself?
Right, I don't particularly like
That's
that.
what I told you. When you hit 50, go ahead and just let it go. Let it go. Get your shit together. Get everything ready. Because at 49, just start putting your shit together. Because at 50, just start saying bye to everybody.
Or just start preparing.
Bye.
We love you, Andi. We're trying to save you is what I'm trying to do.
6 months left.
I honestly don't believe that that's true.
I have 6 months left. What will I do with my bucket list?
I think that you should prepare in those 6 months.
I'm just saying, get your fucking affairs in order. You gonna feel.
Just know that your body is petty as fuck. And it's going to be bringing up old shit that you thought was gone. And new shit. You'll be waking up going, well, I guess this hurts today. I guess this is a thing that I have to deal with
This
now.
is my life now.
Even though in our minds, pretty much.
You will.
There
You'll
are
just
days.
be walking, Andi, up this, not even up the stairs. You'll just be walking from here to the kitchen, and suddenly your ass is like, hey, get off me. And you'll be like, literally.
Right, your ass will be like, hey, we ain't right. And really, there's nothing you can do about it.
Strain some shit in your ass walking to the kitchen. You're not wearing heels. You're in, you are in like bare feet. Nothing happening. The temperature is wonderful. And
you're doing the same shit
you're
you
not
do
hungry.
every day.
No, nothing, Lord Jesus. You just walking to go get a drink of water, and suddenly your ass cheek is like, no.
I say no to that.
Get off me.
No good reason.
You son of a bitch.
Your ass cheek just becomes bipolar.
Right. Sitting here enjoying this reality true crime show that you were watching, and you had to get up and go get a drink of water. No.
That's when your ass cheek chooses violence.
Right. And like I said, your whole body is petty, and you don't know when the violence is coming or where it's coming.
Enjoy, Andi. Enjoy is all I'm saying.
Enjoy your 6 months.
Yeah, get your shit together right now.
I got 6 months and 2 days.
Right, you run you a marathon is all I'm saying. Do it now.
All the things.
Yes.
Just do it.
Spend this money. Just go broke. Go bankrupt.
Before you have to go to doctors every other month next year.
Damn. We'll do the next podcast with my colonoscope or whatever. Colonoscopy.
I thought you were going to say colostomy bag. I was like, God damn. You plan on
totally
really going
starting early, ain't you?
God damn. I mean, prepare, but shit.
Okay, so it can last years.
So she's like, leave me the fuck alone.
Right. So on average, women get hot flashes or night sweats, which is when they happen at night, it's called night sweats, for about 7 years. You're not going to like this, Toni. But for a small segment of women, they never go away.
God,
it's a small segment.
See, and let me tell you something. Houston was vigorously campaigning for me to come through last night. 70% of the reason I wasn't willing to do that is because you don't understand. I'm already going to have a fitful sleep. And so I know that you're going to want to be all cuddled up. Right. And I'm hot just thinking about it.
I'm married and I don't like that shit.
And I'm like, you are going to want to, you are lacking affection right now. And you are going to want to be all cuddled up. And I am going to be like, get off me.
Every 6 months or so, I like a good cuddle, but it only lasts tops 15 minutes. Then I'm like, okay, I'm hot. Get off.
15 minutes? I give you a smooth 45 seconds.
Right. No, that's
get off me, please.
That's the longest it's lasted.
Yeah, I can't. Keep going with your forever flashes. Goddamn.
So there can be different patterns when women first experience hot flashes and for how long. So it can vary. It can vary the intensity, how long they last, all of that.
Oh, like an orgasm.
See, what's fortunate is those are still working very well. For now, we'll see, because this bitch be out here acting a fool. Go ahead.
So my next segment, section is who gets hot flashes. We are talking about binary women going through perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. Hot flashes are the hallmark symptom of menopausal transition. That's how you know that's what the fuck is happening. It affects
Jesus.
Affects
What's outside?
Oh, a dude walking on the roof. That scared the shit out of me.
I'm glad you noticed that.
You know what? And every now and again, he'll walk between these buildings, and I can hear him up here. Because
is he just a guy that likes walking on roofs?
No, fortunately, I think he's the maintenance guy. But
Okay.
Still, because the fact is that he is all up in here. This motherfucker is open.
Right.
Bitch, don't be looking in here.
Because I was like,
I can hear him right now going down to the office talking about there's some hoes running a business.
And we don't like that shit.
They are in this apartment. Go get them, bitch.
According to Menopausal.org, menopause-related hot flashes usually follow a consistent pattern unique to each binary woman, but the pattern differs greatly from woman to woman. Some hot flashes are easily tolerated. Basically, my night sweats, they're pretty easily tolerated because it's just like stick my feet out the blankets or, something like that. But some can be annoying, embarrassing, and others can be debilitating. And I've only gotten a taste of that a couple of times, so I can totally see how it could be debilitating.
Yeah, because I couldn't imagine. My nose is, y'all made me laugh too much. My nose is like,
it's okay. I will go on with what I was saying. Okay, so.
No. What I was going to say is that I couldn't imagine like the debilitating ones, because those would mean that your shirt is soaked through, your armpits are soaked through. You understand what I'm saying?
You couldn't go to work without like having a change of clothes.
Right. Without, yes, I couldn't imagine.
Right. And just the way it would feel, I know what a regular hot flash feels like.
Right.
The African American and Hispanic women have hot flashes for more years than white and Asian women. Sorry.
Fuck these white people.
Other menopause, again, Menopausal.org quote, other medical conditions such as thyroid disease, infection, or rarely cancer can cause hot flashes too. So it's not all hot flashes are due to menopause, but yours is. Drug therapy such as trimoxifene for breast cancer, raloxifene for osteoporosis, and some antidepressants produce them as well. You fit into none of those categories. You're going through the change.
Because I'm wondering because I'm not on any medications
Right.
or any. Well, I mean, I am, but
You're,
not for
you're
that.
not on the ones that actually would cause hot flashes.
Damn.
So my next section is titled,
Hey,
Hey, ooh, what? Huh?
berberine.
Okay.
I've been taking berberine.
So you're wondering if it's triggered something?
I'm wondering.
Okay. You look that up.
Yeah. Let Angie handle her thing.
Yeah.
And of course, because Andi is like, oh, she's like, bitch,
I
yeah.
got this. All right. My next section is called, okay, so what the fuck is menopause anyway? Menopause is a stage of life that binary women reach when we stop having periods, basically. Sometimes it's called the change or the change of life if you just want to be bougie about it.
But you know what? It's saying. So we're calling it the change, right? But I don't feel changed. You know what I mean?
Your body is changing.
And I think maybe the only reason that we would call it the change is because in
physiological.
in some women, it would be where you'd like stop having periods.
Yes.
However, I stopped having periods, 10 years ago?
Right.
Thank God for small favors.
Yes, but, that's due to our hysterectomy.
Right.
Because you still have your ovaries, though. The change is when your ovaries
But what do we
stop doing, the
stop doing
shit
ovary things?
Stop doing ovary shit. Actually, it says here the term menopause is used by healthcare providers in reference to when a woman's hormone levels start to change. So that's what's going on with you.
But I'm still a horny bastard.
That don't have anything to do with it.
Really?
Yep,
Okay.
We'll get to it. Menopause is technically, quote unquote, complete when periods have stopped for a continuous year, but you've had that for a while. For menopause comes perimenopause, which is
Which is like
basically
menopause light.
right, which is basically your body saying, "Hey, you know what? This whole period thing,
It's coming.
and eggs thing, we're gonna stop that shit."
It's like Jesus walking into Jerusalem on the donkey. Hosanna! Hosanna in the highest! Your period is coming.
That is not where I expected you to go with that. And that is why I love you. I am always surprised because there were a million ways that could have went, but I did not expect
She was like,
Jesus, Hosanna in the highest. This is awesome. So,
Or no, your period is coming. Your period is stopping. My bad, y'all. I got it wrong.
yes. HopkinsMedicine.org says that during this transition time before menopause, the supply of mature eggs in a woman's ovaries diminish and ovulation becomes irregular. So at the same time, the ovaries don't produce as much estrogen and progesterone. And that's basically what's happening. That's the change that's happening, is that your ovaries that they left are not making the estrogen and progesterone that they used to.
So
And
does that mean that I'm going to start growing hair?
No, it does not, because it doesn't increase the testosterone.
I want to read this from the National Institute of Health. I didn't read the whole thing because I don't feel like it. But this is a summary.
And we are all about doing what we feel like on this show. Okay.
The summary is talking about the reduced estrogen levels that characterize menopause. It's associated with the insurgence of discomforts and pathologies, which strongly affects the quality of life of many women. There's growing evidence that berberine can, at least partially, minimize the negative consequences on the organism caused by low estrogen levels without the unwanted side effects associated with commonly prescribed HRT. While the search for a HRT completely free of risk continues, berberine could represent a safe and efficient tool to sustain women during the menopausal transition.
So berberine is
It's
helping
actually
you.
helping.
Right. Imagine what it will be if you
God,
weren't
some of
taking
that
it.
shit right now.
Girl, get up and get your berberine. Have you taken it today?
No, because I haven't eaten.
Oh, you have to take it with food.
Yeah, I take it with food.
Oh,
If you
okay.
take it on its own, on your stomach is gonna get bubble guts.
I just like the word bubble gum.
Same.
and I say it often for no good reason. So the symptoms, as we already discussed, sudden and intense heat. Your skin might redden if you light skinned it.
And I'm not. I'm a nickel, and so therefore,
She's a little light skinned. Why always the light skinned folks that be like, no, I'm blackity black. I'm blackity black.
It's true. The most light skinned ones are the most militant
They
niggas.
really
You be
are.
Shut the fuck up.
And that's why they had Alan Payne doing that.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker black, and I'm black, y'all.
I was gonna say my dad, super brighter than the morning sun, up here talking about proud to the people. I'm like, okay, all right, Dad, settle down.
My mom is part Creole, and she has always been militant. Her ass lives in Africa. Literally, she moved to Africa.
But I'm a milker, so you don't really get to see like blushing on me for the most part. I don't think.
I mean, you're not light, bright, damn near white, but you are. You
Can you see blushing? No.
Do you blush? I don't think I've ever seen you blush.
See, that's the thing. It's not that you don't get embarrassed.
So
we don't see that.
Flush. What about flush? Flush.
Do you feel flushed when it's happening?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a
So I
flush.
guess we don't see it. Yeah.
We don't see that.
Yes,
You're
okay.
flushed. All right. Fine. That's another tick in the black column. Sure.
Take your blackness. I take it any way I can. Goddamn.
Other symptoms can cause sweating, which is actually kind of entertaining for us to see the beads of sweat pop out on her forehead. You could get rapid heartbeat or heart palpitations and feelings of anxiety, sometimes dizziness, and might feel chilled afterwards.
Yes, cold.
Yes, and I noticed that with you. There are actually some women that only experience the chill.
What?
Oh, I wish.
I would love that.
Especially here in Texas. Dude. Bitch.
I would love that. Oh my God. So my next section is why even are hot flashes?
Yeah, why?
Even?
Their exact cause still isn't fully understood because basically it's women's health. And they
Right. But if men got these hot flashes, we would
Holy
know
shit.
when, where, why, how, what, who, and what for.
And there will be funding for them to get free
Thank
medication or whatever for
Thank
it.
you. There'd be hot Viagra hot flash.
Okay.
Hot flash agra.
Hot Viagra.
Flagra? Flagra. That's it. All right, we're coining it. Flagra.
Yeah, flagra.
Magma Viagra.
All right, that's it.
That's
it. We got it.
Viagra. And it would have a whole commercial of a volcano spewing these little blue pills.
Reminiscent of those broken carrots. So it's cooking
I was
carrots.
gonna say a volcano spewing out of a bent carrot.
And some guy with an AR-15 and wearing a Tarzan
Like a loincloth.
with the American flag on it.
Right,
And shit.
I was gonna say the loincloth would either be camouflage or an American flag. And they'd be wearing the All Lives Matter sunglasses.
Right, exactly. The aviators.
Not aviators, the cops wear them. You call them the All Lives Matter.
I thought they were aviators.
No, there's something else.
There's something else.
Like
'Cause I can
pilot.
rock the hell
No,
out
those
of
are
some
aviators.
aviators.
Well, anyway.
Ray-Bans or whatever the fuck.
And then there's a big.
Oakleys, that's what they are.
Please, thank you.
And there's a
Fucking
big
Oakley.
ass truck in the back that's got a big ball sack on it because
Because
that's what they do.
Yes.
Because that's what they do.
Why even are men?
But thank you. Okay, here it comes.
Okay, so
And obviously, when you get flushed with joy, you start sweating, carrying on. When you start imagining white men in ball sacks and Viagra, you start. This is one thing that brings on a hot flash.
okay, so here's why. Though they're thought to be the result of changes in the hypothalamus, and that's the part of the brain that regulates body temperature. So the ovaries begin to work less effectively, and the production of hormones like estrogen and progesterone decline over time. And so it's the big drop in estrogen that makes the hypothalamus sense that you're too warm. So your estrogen is going down. And then it starts a chain of events to cool you down. So this whole thing that's happening to you is because your body's trying to cool you down. Your hypothalamus thinks that it's like, oh, we're overheating. Do
And I'm
something.
like, bitch, we're fine. Leave us alone. Leave me out of it.
And your body's like, do what you have to produce sweat, because we got to cool this bitch off.
So now more and more, it makes me think that when we were in Vegas and we were at the grocery store and I had my episode, everything that you're describing sounds like a hot flash. I feel like that's what it was, because I was dizzy, I was hot, and afterwards I was cold, because I remember you told me to lean over on this thing
Yeah.
because we were standing there, and I was miserable. I was hot, I was sweaty.
Right.
Because that's something I associate with with high sugars for me, or dumping syndrome. But now I'm starting to think, because nothing else was going on, so I'm thinking that's what it was. And then after I had a surgery, and when I was recovering in the hospital, they kept coming in saying, "Do you need more blankets?" I'm like, "No, I'm sitting here drenched in sweat."
Right. Right.
Like, and air conditioning was on. It's cold in hospital places anyway. But I was burning up and sweating everywhere. So I believe that I've had at least a few episodes.
Interesting.
So,
and because I get dumping syndrome as well, so the combination of dumping syndrome and hot flashes, it sucks. Unfortunately, you still have it worse than we do.
Get your mic in your mouth. Because coming at it from the side like that, this is how you sound,
Okay.
but you have to bring it here.
put your lips
It was funny because
lips.
as I was doing this,
Eyes can see.
I was watching her face, and I was like, "This is bugging the shit." And it was amusing the fuck out of me.
So
I was like, how long until she says something?
Because it's just the sound. The sound has to
gonna
be
slide.
right. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
I slid my glass to the edge of the table.
No, don't do that.
Angie tempting fate over here. We got someone hot flashing and Angie putting drinks on the edge of the table. It's gonna be a wild
And
ride.
I sure did look at that, and I was like, no, we're gonna move that right up.
Right. It makes for a good show, though. It makes for an entertaining show.
That's funny to me.
Okay, so basically, holy fuck.
My nose itches.
Oh my God.
Did that sound annoying?
Who brought a weed eater?
It wasn't even annoying. It was just like jarring.
Yeah, sorry, my nose was
It was
itchy.
jarring and confusing. That's what it
Fuck is
was.
that noise coming from? Who has killed a cat?
What is happening?
It wasn't totally unpleasant. No, it was unpleasant.
Look, let me try it
No,
again.
let me
show.
stop.
This. I don't know. I guess it can only happen when I'm actually itching my nose.
Lord,
Okay.
so she does this even when she's not drunk. She just
Oh yeah. Oh my God, you should be around when when she's really having nose issues. It's fucking hard. Until it's not.
Until it's right. Until it's not.
So basically what's happening that cause your body to start to do what it needs to do to cool you down is the blood vessels near the surface of the skin begin to dilate, and what they do is they increase the blood flow to the surface, and what it's attempting to dissipate the body heat while also making you sweat. So
She's like, it's gonna start here and then it's gonna spread out,
right,
and then we're gonna make you sweat all over.
just in case you needed to know why it was happening. I know you don't give a
I
fuck
don't.
why it's
I need
happening.
to. I do because I'm one of those people. I need to figure out why so I can figure out how to stop it.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I know.
Sure.
I know.
No, that ought to work
This
well
has
for
been
you.
happening for centuries, and they still
And
haven't
you're
figured
gonna
it
be the
out.
one. You're gonna be the one.
You don't even know. I could be the cog in the machine that is loosened or tightened in order to make this whole motherfucker work.
I
is all
believe
I'm
in
saying.
you. You're gonna be the one to figure it out.
I'm just saying, because this is bullshit.
My next section is holy shit. When is that gonna happen to me? Okay, so the average age of menopause is 51. So basically, you have another year and 6 months, Andy.
And he's like, shut the fuck up.
But
That's okay. You get to watch me go through it and learn how not to handle certain things.
okay.
But unfortunately, it can happen anytime from being in your 30s to mid 50s or later. Generally, a woman tends to have menopause at about the same age as her mother did. Do you know when your mom?
No, I have no idea. Well, no, because my mom, she had all kinds of things happening with her, and she was having hot flashes like way back in the day. And I have no idea how, but I have
How
no
old
idea
she
she was. Yeah, how old she
Gotcha.
was when she started having them.
My mom was quiet about her shit.
Really?
I have to like literally grill her about it. It's like, okay, mom, tell me.
No, because it's like my mom still has hot flashes though.
And that can happen. Sometimes they don't really go away. They may not be as often as you're having them now, but sometimes they don't really.
Because her
go
ass
away.
has that house like as cold as a meat locker regularly.
I love a good meat locker house.
Yes.
Andy has a great meat locker house.
Do you really?
Yes.
I was gonna say I need to be at
That's-
your house then.
That's why when we went on vacation together, it was perfect because I was like, well, we're going to set it to 67. And I was like, oh, sorry. Beep. Your husband was like,
You know what? He doesn't care. I asked him about it. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
You know what? When I asked Ren about mentioning her in the story, and she was like, "Yeah, no, that's cool." I was like, "Okay, you about to be famous."
He's like, you can use my whole government name. I was like, okay. So yeah,
No,
my
we won't be
husband's
doing
name
that.
is Scott.
No, but we not. Yeah, okay, and that's the only one.
That's the only one.
We keep our children safe
Yes, we do.
because we'll kill you.
Even though our children are grown, some of our children are grown.
Thank you.
We keep them shit safe.
Thank you, because we'll kill you over those bitches. So
Okay,
play
and
with
we'll
us.
kill you over each other's business.
Thank
Yes.
you, thank
Kids.
you.
yes.
Shit.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you got me on a whole nother.
I know
thing.
I'm
Like,
a tangent. I'll be doing
wish
that.
Andy would tell me somebody was bullying her kids. I would air this bitch out.
Do you understand how Auntie Vet and Auntie Angie will come up to the school and be like, "Hey, where's our kids at? Bring them here. Bring them here. You the motherfucker that been talking shit about this girl right here? Because I'm about. Let me tell you a little something about.
I will
Come
fight
here.
a kid.
Come
I
here.
have no issue.
She about as tall as you.
I'm gonna
Beat her
I'm
ass.
gonna have this short bitch here beat your ass. And I'll be like, don't try to explain, because whatever she says is right. If she says that you fucking with her, I'm
That's
gonna
your
whoop
ass.
your ass.
That's your ass. That's
That's the
it.
way I roll. Anyway, so my next section is, so what can I do about this hell on earth? Practical suggestions for coping with hot flashes include dress in layers, which you
So I've tried to start doing.
so you can remove, clothing with hot flashes.
And then have to
start.
turn around and literally put it right back on because
Yes.
afterwards it's cold.
And that's the main reason for the layers, so that you
Right.
can, avoid food and beverages that may cause hot flashes, like spicy foods, alcohol,
that's
coffee,
gonna
tea, and pretty much everything you drink.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I know, right?
Because I'm gonna eat the spicy.
The other thing that they were said, it was like, be at a healthy weight. And I was like, fuck you.
What does it say? This is a healthy weight for me. So
Okay.
y'all can kiss my ass with
You
that.
can fuck all the way off with that shit.
Was actually getting ready to go put on the coffee pot because I'm about to have coffee. Although I have been over at the other house, I was drinking iced coffee. So that's might be what
I've
we
never
have to.
seen you drink that. Did you like it?
I mean, I just made iced coffee. I made
But
coffee
you
and
liked
put
it?
ice in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say just made it a little bit stronger so that the ice wouldn't dilute it. And I was like, yeah, we can do that. But that's our new thing. That's our life now. God damn it.
So when a hot flash hits, drink a glass of cold water or fruit juice, which I notice you don't have any water near you.
No. Because I didn't want to grab it and the bottle and all that
I
stuff.
don't care about you.
I do care about that though. When I have, because when a bitch.
No,
is
she
bitter
really
tongue.
does care about
A
that,
bitch
y'all.
bitter tongue.
And she
But
doesn't do cold water. So
That's true.
I mean, I'll probably
You might have
start
to
putting
start.
them in there. Yeah.
At
for
least
sure.
put something in the refrigerator for when, just hot flash drinks.
Well, I've got sherbet in there.
Holy shit, I think I still have some left.
I
Because I hid it from my men.
Because I was gone for a week, so I guess I still have.
Oh my God, I can't wait to get
half
home.
a tub in there.
so
Oh my God.
you guys, so I brought them HEB mango sherbet, and because I loved it
with
when
the
I tried
chamoy
it.
swirl.
Chamoy in it.
Chamoy swirl. Oh my god! And sometimes they're just big
Chunks.
Yes. And then you can put a little dash of tahini on the
Yes.
top. Oh my!
I put a little more than a dash, but yes.
So good.
This shit is delicious.
I hid it from
And
my
I don't
males, and I hid it from myself. I forgot. Oh my god!
And I don't eat sugar like that. I
Yeah.
do not.
You're
I
right.
do not eat sugar like that. So, and I don't even like it. That shit though is because it's tart.
I was gonna say it's tart enough to not be like cloyingly sweet.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
This shit is just good.
I
is.
shared it with them, and now we're all addicted
We're
to
addicted and hooked.
Yeah.
Right.
The next thing is to reduce your stress levels. Stress may worsen hot flashes. I am not a psychologist, so I don't know the best way to do that. I would suggest meditation.
You know, it's been a while. I want to go back to yoga.
I do too.
I want that specific comedic
Exactly.
yoga. I
Yeah.
want that.
Yep.
And nobody offers it here in the
Yeah.
Dallas area. I think maybe that person that we were dealing with before, I feel like she got out of the yoga game.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, seriously, if
We
you
may
know
have-
anyone who teaches comedic yoga specifically
In the DFW area.
in the DFW area, we're willing to travel. We'll go to Fort Worth. We'll go to Plano.
We'll even go to the colony.
Will we?
Will we? I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
I said that immediately.
colony sounds like a lot of white people.
White settlement.
Right.
Yeah, white settlement sounds like white people too. I don't like that.
I immediately grimaced when I said that.
And so, and then also let me be clear: a black yoga instructor that teaches comedic
Right.
yoga.
Now, would you be okay with a black yoga instructor that
That does something
teaches
beside?
appropriated regular yoga?
So there is one that I found on TikTok. And I'm on his mailing list. He gives free yoga lessons, so he does them in person and also online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his name is, I'm stalling for time.
Okay.
Rello Yoga. Rello Yoga. RELLO Yoga.
Gotcha.
And his email is withrelloyoga@gmail.com. It says yoga with Rello. Okay, because his name is Kentrello. So Rello Yoga, and he offers online free ones and in person free ones.
Right on.
And then also donations.
I mean,
Gets to be
as
good.
creators, yes, the donations are huge.
Yeah.
I realize that now as a
And
creator.
of course, when you donate, you always over donate because
That's the right thing.
Right, because you don't want to
Right.
be that motherfucker that donates $1. It's like,
right.
Oh, okay.
He also has Patreon classes.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
So yes.
So you need to work on your stress.
Yeah. So, and I'd thought about that going to like his classes, but the classes would be like at 8 p.m. or something like that, and that's when I start to head out to the patio to
have,
reduce my stress.
right, to have the thing that they suggest that you not have if you have.
They said no alcohol.
Yeah.
Avoid alcohol, smoking, spicy foods, and caffeine.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I do 5 out of 10 of those
There's only 4, but she does 5 out of 10 of them.
because I do alcohol, I do spicy, I do hot. What's the other thing?
Caffeine,
I do caffeine. What's the other one?
smoking.
I smoke.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. She doesn't smoke. She smokes once a day.
At
Like
about
maybe-
8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Right, and it might be 2 clove cigarettes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I
If she's having a really stressful day, it'll be
Two.
2. But it'll be 1 clove cigarette. So, yeah. And of course she smokes cloves because,
right.
well, yeah. So,
Because not Black and Miles. What's the other one? Because Viceroys. We don't smoke them with Benson and Hedges.
Viceroys, oh my God.
Marlboros, gross. Ugh.
You should also carry a portable fan, and I meant to get one from Amazon and bring
Yes.
today.
No,
for
because you got me the clack.
But no, but
Oh,
there's
that's right. You do have a clap.
You-
fan,
yeah,
don't
they
you?
have one of like those portable fans that you can hang around your
Y'all are
neck.
laughing. I absolutely saw that. You know, let me stop
not
talking.
laughing.
I'm
I
going to
was
turn this
serious.
phone off. I got to stop talking around this phone because TikTok be like, oh, you're hot, are you, bitch? And start suggesting shit like that. I was talking with my friend yesterday about how to get this house situation up and running. And he was like, look, I send you the fixer-uppers. You can just fixer-uppers. And I was like, yeah, I could. I don't know how do you do this? How do you do that? And then on TikTok, I start getting DIY building things, how to make a shower, I'm like, TikTok, you invasive as fuck, girl.
It's literally in my Amazon cart that I was getting ready to get for you.
I have it saved in one of my lists for you.
This one also has the one that I saw on TikTok. You can clip it onto your pants and then you can put your shirt over it and it'll blow air up your shirt.
Holy shit. I'm not even having hot flashes and I want that. Did you get it? Did you get it? She's out here karate kidding.
Karate kidding flies,
yes.
Right?
Watch out, gnats.
I tried.
Keep a thermos of ice water or an ice pack next to your bed during the night. I actually have a cold pack that I used to keep in the mini fridge upstairs for my feet.
See, I used to have but I left it with my brother. But I used to have a mini fridge next to my bed. It had drinks and all of that other stuff in it. And it had an ice pack, but the ice pack was for my eyes. Because you know how I used to wake up with my eyes all swollen? Not so much anymore. Right. Put those on and then let my eyes de-water and all of that other stuff. And then
so you might want to think about that again so that you can have a...
That seems like so much work to rouse me out of my sleep, to grab an ice pack and put it on me. But
you're roused out of your sleep anyway.
Yes, but only for a second where I can whip the blanket off and then I can fall back to sleep.
Gotcha.
And then when I'm too hot, wake up, whip the blanket back on, settle in, fall back to sleep.
Are your sheets cotton? And are you sleeping in cotton clothing? Because that's the other thing.
These are cotton.
Is that what you sleep in?
Mainly.
Every night?
Mainly.
Okay.
Or naked. And then, not naked.
Is
not
awesome.
naked. Not naked. With drawers on.
You need a barrier between your cooter pappy.
I do. And them sheets, right. Because that sweats too.
Yeah, ain't nothing been in your...
Those are the two areas that sweat the most. My forehead and my cooter. I'm the only one
that's been in these sheets. It's fine.
Yeah, and I am the only one usually that's been in these sheets. So, but that's why the sheets have to get washed more often because my cooter is actually touching them.
So, I think I know you enough to know that everything that you have is really pretty much cotton. So, just stuff that allows you to breathe. So, and here's, because you like doing extra work. So, what you should do is keep a diary or record of your symptoms to find out what might trigger your hot flashes.
That's what this show is for.
Exactly. Because I am ADHD as fuck. I read that and I was like, should I even put that in here? And I was like, okay, maybe it'll help someone, but there's no fucking way that I'm going to keep a record of.
And I get you. I hear you saying that, but to a degree, I'm already kind of keeping that in my head. So it's like I know that maybe over emotion of sorts, like extreme joy thinking about white men out here with the Viagra volcano, right? That made
when you amuse yourself
or something, right? That triggered a hot flash. Right. Laughing at that shit triggered a hot flash. Annoyance, maybe anger, maybe. I'm trying to think. Did I get a hot flash when I was mad at Houston yesterday? I don't think so.
Well, I know that there were like annoyances at the concerts that we went to, and I don't think it triggered a hot flash.
Hey, did you research it when you were researching it? Did it say whether or not she should get rid of Houston?
I think it's you know what? Right here it says make sure you get rid of any nigga that you call Houston, because that nigga is trying to kill you. That's what it says. So I'm so glad you brought that up.
Getting now at this moment, here it comes. Look, because y'all sat up here and have triggered a laughing fit. So that's what it is. Okay, from here on, I'm boring. I'm boring. No more laughing. Fuck that shit. We're not getting hot up in this motherfucker.
No one believes.
No one laughs. Stop laughing now.
Okay, you can do some non-hormonal treatments. There's SSRIs, serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which is basically antidepressants.
But yes, okay.
But they have one that the FDA has approved for treating hot flashes and people that don't have depression, and it's called paroxetine. That's a non-hormonal treatment option that you have. There are other drugs like high blood pressure medication. I don't know which ones. It didn't say.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep medications, gabapentin. That is something that my mom and my aunt takes, and it does make you sleepy, but it actually kind of reduces nerve stimuli. Nerve sensitivity. So that
Interesting.
That may help.
So if it may make you sleepy and it may decrease the sensitivity, you may not need your wine.
I was gonna say, or you can just drink.
Wait a minute. Decrease the sensitivity to what?
Your nerve sensitivity. I don't think your sexual, like, I think it's...
Because we're not playing when it comes to that.
No,
it's not a game.
No, I already knew when I was researching.
I'm being very serious about that. I'm not going to laugh about it at all. We're not fucking around with my vagina.
Yes, I knew when I was researching that fortunately, there was nothing that said anything about that. There are not any over-the-counter drugs or dietary supplements that are proven or that are by the FDA. I'm sorry. She shows me stuff. Okay, hey, so you know what? What we're going to do is get our Patreon up and going. And you can see the text message.
No, you won't.
you can see a rendering of the text message that she just showed me.
Maybe we'll draw a cartoon.
Right.
Yeah, let me tell you something, because this is my nigga. That's lovely. I'm hungry. Go ahead.
Okay. The next thing is, and I'm almost done here, hormone therapy. You can do hormone therapy. It comes in like pills, patches, rings, implants. Gels,
Yeah, like the pellets that they insert and stuff like that. Yeah.
And you can get it at many different.
Under skin.
You can do any of these: pills, patches, rings, implants, which was what Andi was just saying, gels or creams. But there are risks associated with it.
We won't be doing it then.
Okay. So, because we don't want you to have, and it quotes here, heart attack, stroke, blood clot, breast cancer, gallbladder disease, and dementia.
I mean, you already have those comorbidities to be concerned about just as you get older anyway.
Right.
And then you want to just sit there and just bring them all.
Okay.
Here's a basket full of comorbidities.
And one of the other things is that, and whether one has had a hysterectomy. And basically, hormone therapy works better if you have a uterus.
Oh, well.
Of the three of us, we can't even find a uterus. We don't even know how to spell uterus. So, although today there's better options, but honestly, you have to talk to your doctor.
Yeah,
depending on
she'll be
how
interested
bad they are.
in knowing all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then my last section, I titled, "Well, fuck, that didn't really help me much at all." And I went, "Yeah, sorry about that." However, we would love to read some of your personal hot flash stories if you have them, or like if you have some tips, tricks, hacks, advice. For the love of God, please email us with those.
Especially any of you aunties out there that can help us with just going forward, because we know you had that experience.
Yes.
Or even, I mean, there's some young ones out there too, sis.
Right.
Help us.
And I also want, sis and Annie, what we want to do is encourage you to be your own best advocate.
Yes.
When you see your healthcare provider. Women's health is understudied. It's under attack. To say the least. We all know the government loves to dictate what we can and cannot do with our bodies, with our uterus. Fuckers.
And as women of color, you absolutely need to stand up for yourself.
Absolutely. And one example is that the full scope of the clitoris has only recently been researched, and there's so much more to it that even us binary women knew.
Yeah.
Right. With us starting to are learning that we have a horseshoe shaped clitoris for
that
starters
that
looks like a wishbone.
Yes.
I was like, we didn't know that, because what we're thinking the clitoris is this little bitty nubbin that's right here on the top of everything, and we like, get the little man in the boat. But no, bitch, that bitch is like extended all around. She's like,
it encompasses almost your whole area.
Opening.
Yeah.
Which I just was like, that is so interesting to know.
And if you're a woman of color, especially a black woman, don't be afraid to assert yourself.
Yeah.
You know your body, you know your pain and discomfort level, and generally if something is right or not.
Quick thing about that, because that is a very true thing for the most part. When you are at your doctor and you're, is that a bug?
Stop itching.
But when you go to the doctor and you are feeling a particular way, and again, because we have to usually advocate, particularly black women, we have to advocate for ourselves, because they think that we don't feel pain the way that everybody else feels it. They think that we are, we're purebred and we were born for this and that type of thing. But, we are just as sensitive as the next bitch.
Right. And we don't express pain because our lives have shown us that nobody gives a fuck.
Right. And so if
we cry, nobody cares.
Yes. So when you go and you ask for a certain thing, or you talk about a certain thing with your doctor, make sure that they put that shit in your record.
Exactly. That was going to be my next thing.
Okay.
And make sure they document it in your chart.
Right.
I asked them to do this thing, and they refuse.
And if they refuse, find another doctor.
Exactly.
Well, look at as many as you need.
Yeah, document it in your chart, and then find another doctor.
9 times out of 10, though, when you tell them to document it, and say, okay, I need you to document that, and say that you refuse to do that, they will turn around and do it.
Exactly.
Simply because they're like, oh, you setting up the paperwork. Okay. You damn right. Yep. You damn right. You're setting up the paper trail for your dismissal, and for me to be able to sue your ass. So go ahead.
And just the last thing on that particular thing is that we can't let these folks continue to kill us, not just as black women, but as women, with their racism, sexism, apathy, laziness, or just straight up psychopathy. So if you look up the statistics of psychopathy in medical providers, it's higher than you would prefer. So anyway, that's my segment. Take it home with you. I'm gonna every week. I'm gonna try out new things.
Take it home with you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, because I was like, girl, could you tell me something I don't already know? So I don't know. That helps though a great deal. Andy, is you gonna pop it?
I'm gonna pop that thing. Pop it. So this week,
my mind. Sorry.
This week we're going to talk about a Beyonce concert, and we're talking about it because
I'm still trying to debate whether or not I'm going to go broke and declare bankruptcy to go to this here fucking concert.
So this depicts a scenario that you had mentioned, but it's a situation that occurred. This was from Reddit. Am I the asshole?
Okay.
Okay.
I love those.
So this person says that they're a huge Beyonce fan, and they're a Houston, Texas native. So they were really wanting to go to the concert, and this was their first time that they could afford a show, because they're living back and forth between Sweden and the States.
Which is so interesting, because this is a very expensive show. So this is the first time they could afford a show.
Well, maybe they're finally making money,
Okay.
That makes sense.
So they're living back and forth between the States and Sweden. They've never been to a concert in Sweden before. So they go to this concert, and she was very surprised. I'm assuming it's a she. And how unlively the crowd was.
In Houston?
No, in Sweden.
Oh, okay.
There was no dancing or singing for most of the people in her section. And she says she was closest to the non-general admission to the stage, okay?
Right.
And that she was out of her seat. She was singing. She was having a blast. Show started, and a woman behind her and their partner said, "Can you sit down so I can see?"
I've actually had this experience.
And since she was starting the show with like slow songs, they're like, "Oh, okay, nobody's going to get up for this. They're just going to sit down. It's not a big deal." So she figured I'm doing too much. Let me sit down. But once the energy picked up and she was back on her feet dancing, again, they were like, can you sit down? We can't watch the show. So when the show was over and she turned to leave,
then again, this is in Sweden.
This is in Sweden.
Okay.
When she turned to leave, the lady's like, you're not the only one who paid for this. Is that how they act in your village? And so she was too stunned to respond anything back, right?
So was there a race that was associated with it?
There was no race associated with it. So it sounds like what she's asking if she's the asshole because, you know, this was a concert and it wasn't like an orchestral show or something. It was a concert. It's house music. It's, you know, she's up there being lively. That's what they're used to.
Exactly.
And she said this occurred a few weeks back, but because of, you know, the memories of it, she can't really enjoy it because then she thinks back to how she might have ruined someone else's experience.
Exactly.
So a lot of people, and I don't have all the responses saved, but a lot of people were like, yes, you're the asshole because you didn't research how people, the culture and the concert culture where you were going. Therefore, you should respect other people's culture when you're there.
Right.
So my thought is, I get that, especially because I'm a 90-day fiance person, and I was like, research the culture where you're going. But this is a concert. We all paid for the situation. So now I'm like, okay, if I stand up, I'm standing up because I want to dance to your music. The person behind me paid for seats too. Am I ruining their experience? Because I don't even think about that here in the States.
Exactly.
In the States, I'm like, I paid for these tickets. I'm standing my ass up.
Exactly.
If you need to see, you better stand your ass up too.
Well,
I mean,
so this kind of to a degree reminds me of the Brian McKnight concert that we went to last week.
Oh yeah, we went to Brian McKnight last week.
Which was great because and I'm very glad that I went because I was like, yeah, see, this makes me happy.
good.
And for the most part, you have to read the room. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so we were sitting there and most people were sitting down. And I was like, oh, shit, everybody's sitting down. And so in my head, I was like, I can't stand up and dance because the people behind me won't be able to see.
Right.
Because they're sitting down.
Right.
So I did a lot of chair dancing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I did a lot of chair dancing. I did a lot of waving my hands and, you know, ooh, and just I'm Brian McKnight.
Come on, Brian.
Right, exactly. Yes, I was yelling
Sing
a
that.
little bit. I was
Right.
like, sing that shit, nigga, or whatever, right?
Right.
Because I'm reading the room and people are not standing up. People are not dancing, even though it was a place that was chock full of brown folks.
Right.
Chock
Full. Yeah. Yes. Chock full of brown folks.
I mean, considering the age that we are, most people probably wanted to be sitting down.
Right.
Anyway,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
There were quite a few non-blacks though.
Yeah, there were quite a few, but even still, I read the room.
Right.
And so
Right.
I did not get up because I knew that the people behind me weren't getting up. And so therefore I don't want to block their view.
Right.
And because I know what it's like when that bitch at Boys to Men was blocking our view when she was getting up. Now, mind you, most folks were getting up and dancing
Right.
with that. And so it was cool.
Right. Because
But
that's what you do.
That's what you do. And so we didn't give her the business.
Right.
But if it had been a Brian McKnight situation and she'd have stood up in front of me,
Right.
then I'd have been like, sit your ass down. I
Right.
can't see.
Right.
Well, the problem we had with her is that she migrated from
Yeah,
her
because she
3-foot
had
area.
because she had damn near a whole road to
Right.
herself. So
Right.
she was just like kind of swaying back and forth, and we were like, "Ma'am, stay in your seat." But you can dance but now you're walking back and forth, and you're
Exactly.
blocking the people behind you
Right.
who are not standing up.
Right.
Exactly.
So to a degree, I get where she's coming from. You're like, bitch, it's a concert.
Yeah.
But read the room. And I'm not going to say she's an asshole because if she's been back and forth between America and Sweden, I was about to say the UK, but America and Sweden, then of course you're going to hop up and then you're like, oh, but again, read the room.
Right.
And be like,
Exactly.
okay, nobody's hopping up. Fuck, that means I'm standing in somebody's way. It amazes me how people are not, how people darn near refuse to be aware of their own space.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
crazy to me. I have always, and I don't know if it has to do with having been a foreigner overseas or having been black all my fucking life, but being so aware of my space and how it relates to others.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that is just me hyper vigilant about that type of thing, but remember that one time, were you with me when we were going to the Cafe Brazil and there were those people that were standing in the door at Cafe Brazil? I don't know
that if that was
okay. I don't remember if that was you or not. But I was going to a Cafe Brazil and I had somebody with me, and there were 3 people standing directly in the door talking, and I walk up and I'm standing there for a second. They're talking, and I said, "Why are you 3 standing here in the door?" Like literally, I was like, "Why are you standing in the door? Do you not? Are you not aware?" And they were like, "Oh," and then they move. And my thought was, are you so unaware of your surroundings and your space that you would stand in front of a fucking door and have a conversation and not let people pass back and forth through? Because my thought was, is there something happening here? Why are you standing here?
Because if not, ignorant.
Thank you. If not, take your ass off to the side and get out from in front of this fucking door. I understand.
Were they of the Caucasian persuasion?
Of course they were.
Oh, privilege.
So
exactly. Privilege.
But my thought was also, okay, it's a hot day. You want to be where the cool air is coming out, but even still, people are coming in and out of this door. So you standing here and just having a casual conversation, you not being aware of your space, that drives me batty.
Yeah.
So again, going back to the concert, here in America, the moment Beyonce comes out, your ass is going to jump right up.
Absolutely.
And you're not sitting down at all for the rest of the concert. We already know that. Because we did it. It's a given.
You can
sit down. Thank you. When your feet start hurting, you sit down. But understand, nobody around you is going to sit down.
So if this was you, because this concert that's happening right now, because you have mentioned going overseas because of the ticket.
With tennis shoes.
Okay, but I'm saying, if that was you, and this was the situation, and you noticed everybody else sitting down, would you be able to stay sitting down when your jams are up playing?
Yes, absolutely. Simply because
I wouldn't like it, but I would be able to do it.
And I would chair dance my fucking ass off.
There you go.
Because, again, the people behind me, you're right, they did pay for that experience. And I would be uncomfortable. I'm not one of those people like, I don't give a fuck what you think. You know what I'm saying? I would be uncomfortable with myself for blocking somebody else's view who also came to enjoy this concert.
Right.
Therein lay the reason I'm not going to a concert with huge hair. I'm not going to a concert with a huge outfit that
or
is going
huge
to
ass hat.
Yes, or hat. I'm not doing that because if somebody did that shit to me, the first thing I think of, if somebody did that to me, how would you feel? And it's again, I know the golden rule isn't always golden because we're not necessarily always saying do unto others as you would have them do unto you, because that's just how you would feel,
right?
But they might feel differently. Point being, though, unfortunately, because I am my own litmus test, I am going to simply say, if somebody did that shit to me, I'd be pissed. Right. So therefore, I'm not doing it. I understand that other people can and will do that dumb shit, but then I'll handle it when the time comes. Yo, I'm about to snap your fan because I can't see it, or I'm about to pull this wig off. Oh shit, your wig fell off. Oh my bad. Oh wow, I don't know how that happened, but I can see now. You know what I mean? I would never, but I
wore a hat to a concert once, and that was the Boys to Men concert that we went to, and I really did. I debated it a lot, but I was like, this hat is too cute.
I wore a hat once too when we went to Shreveport.
Yes,
that one, and that hat saved my life because the lights on the stage were blinding, and the brim kept covering my eyes. But other than that, I normally try to be mindful of the people behind me. Yep. So how satisfying would the concert be for you if this was your situation?
I don't think it would be nearly as satisfying. Okay. If Agreed. I could, because when we went to go see Beyonce the last time, the first thing we did was jump the fuck up and start dancing.
Right.
That's why our feet hurt.
Thank you. I'm sweating girl. We were drenched in sweat when we left out of there.
Yeah.
But that's all we talked about for like the next few days. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it felt good, and it was what it was. But I also understand in this culture,
right,
that is not my culture. I mean, granted, she was going back and forth between the U.S. and Sweden, but the point being is that this is their culture, and I'm not coming into another country being very American.
I was about to say being another asshole American.
Thank you.
Yes,
and
an ugly American.
Thank you. And then, you know, some of the people that I've invited to listen to this podcast, they too were military brats, right? So, you know, we have a tendency to be very, oh no, I'm about to say we. That's a lie. Me. I'm going to talk about me because I do know some American military brats that I've been like typical asshole Americans overseas, and I'm like, God damn, I cannot.
I've seen it
you've done
when
that.
I went to Ghana. I saw it,
and you know exactly who they are the moment you see them. You know the asshole Americans, and
it's
you're like,
just
Jesus.
like embarrassed.
And so, fan back on. I do not want to go to another country and fuck it up.
Absolutely,
even though I'm not going to enjoy it. I don't know. I see myself as an ambassador in that way.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, what we're not about to do is, you know, maybe you can think that about white Americans, but I'm going to try to get you to not think that about black Americans.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree. I absolutely agree.
And I'm not going to be that bitch.
Yeah.
Just not going to do it.
So that when that came up, I was like, oh, that's interesting, since Toni mentioned possibly going overseas. I just was like, I was so curious, because I felt bad for that person, because I mean, she genuinely felt bad. She can't look back at the concert and think that was great, because she didn't get to enjoy it as much because someone kind of yelling at her.
That is so weird, though. That
I do have a quick anecdote to that. Back in the day, way back in the day, when we were still in the church, me and Schmear me and Smasher.
Smear me and Smasher.
Went me and Schmig. Smear me and Smashing. Went to the Grand Prairie track or whatever, and they were having a concert, and Kool and the Gang was there.
Oh wow!
And so it's one of those things where everybody brings their chairs or whatever. So we brought our little chairs or whatever. Kool and the Gang started, and so you know we were up, me and Smashing, up, you know, doing our
and Smashing, but not the other two.
Not the other two, but the couple behind us, the guy behind us, didn't say anything to me and Smashing, but said something to Smear me.
Oh, really?
Smear me, because we were standing up and they were like, oh, we'd like for them to sit down. Smear me basically told him, don't get knocked the fuck out. And went on about his business.
He was like, you dance, okay? You get your big ass up and dance, okay? Because
he knew that the reason that he asked him was because he was the white guy. And so he turned around and was like, don't get knocked the fuck out.
He was like, but you understand, ally. I actually will act a fool out in this motherfucker for these bitches, for you. Because you wouldn't dare ask them, because you know that they're going to turn around and get niggerish on your ass super quick.
And also, this is in the U.S. You don't watch Kool and the Gang and just sit your ass down.
If Jungle Boogie comes on, you cannot remain seated.
Something's wrong with you.
And that is literally what happened. That shit came on. We were like, hey!
We got a War of the Roses going on with this drink here.
With this drink, I keep sliding
because I saw her elbow getting ready to knock it off. That's what I saw. But okay, so can we explore that? And I know we're way past time, but I want to explore that for just a second.
About it. Time is for us, not for them. They y'all like what we do. I know you.
Look at. Hopefully you'll be like, oh, I wish these bitches would stop talking. Hopefully you're not like that, but I'm kind of trying to debate. Do I really want to actually have this conversation right now?
You can do this
about the fact that
we keeps it real.
They asked Schmear me, but didn't talk to y'all because they already knew the reaction that they were going to get or could have plausibly gotten.
Right, because some people would act a fool and other people would be like, no, I don't think so. I'm going to keep doing my thing.
Right, exactly. And it's because, and the reason I say that is because it's nigga shit. And there are times when I can't stand nigga shit. And as much as I say I love my people, I can't stand my people.
Stand my people.
Because of shit like that. If we're on a train in Sonoma
Okay, this is harkening back to
Like
episode 6,
Maybe.
I think, maybe.
And this happened like 2 years ago or something, right?
No, this was several years ago. I think it was probably like 5, like literally 4 to 6 years
COVID
ago.
fucked me up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, no,
Listen,
literally. It was.
okay.
I think it happened before COVID.
Was there
It
even
did
time
happen.
before COVID?
Yeah, right.
Did we exist before 2020?
But if I am on a train through Sonoma Valley, and I am with my friends, when us 3 go out places, we go and we have fun and we laugh and so on and so forth, but we're not boisterous.
No.
We're not loud.
Right.
We are very aware of our tone.
We don't impose on other people.
That are around us.
Exactly. And we're very aware of that from the beginning.
Black folks, though, black women in particular, and I don't know, maybe I have it and I don't know that we have it, but is there something wrong with our ears where we can't hear how loud we are?
I think it is a product of our environment, because I think if you grew up in...
Girl, you've been around my aunties.
I have been around your aunties, but you weren't around your aunties like your whole
That's true.
life.
Because I do have cousins that are as loud as my aunties.
Right. And my growing up with my mom, she wasn't loud. She didn't yell. She didn't do these things. So to me, that is foreign and it's annoying when I hear it. So I assume it's annoying when other people hear it.
So my thought is...
that harkens back to the being a military brat and us having to be kind of extra vigilant because we wanted people to respect us, and we wanted to respect their culture. So I think that kind of, for you, 'cause I can relate to that part. I think a lot of people don't have that experience.
As a military brat, were you guys like taught that by your parents, that you need to respect and you need to...
Ours was different because we were black. So therefore, it wasn't just the American thing; it was the black thing as well.
Got you. So you were told you need to represent.
We weren't ever really told that. I don't think. I
But
don't
it was
ever feel
kinda
it.
known?
But it was just me following the lead of my parents,
Gotcha.
and it's
Gotcha.
looking at how my parents acted and the way that my parents dealt with things, which let me know whether or not I had permission to act and deal with people in a particular way. And so, because they were always very respectful, and we traveled a lot when we were overseas to see different things, because we're in a foreign country. We're going to stay on base and do nothing.
Right.
Although we never lived on base, but that's another story.
And traveling wasn't very far to get to a lot of these different places.
Exactly.
It was really close to go to different countries and
we'd
stuff.
go to France one day. We'd go to the Netherlands the other day. We'd go to Luxembourg the next day. It was just very much.
I am so fascinated by that with you guys.
And it was no thing to do those things or to take the summer and go to all of those places. But we were ridiculously respectful because, and so therefore that is ingrained in me.
Exactly.
And I think it's now part of my DNA. So therefore, when even I am in a public place or with other folks, I try to be respectful of the people that are around me as well. So it bothers me. Like when we went to,
that spa.
Yep. And the girls were being extra loud, and you had to step through and say, hey, y'all are actually being kind of loud.
And I don't like confrontation.
You sure don't.
These bitches, I was just like, no, I can't let
Right.
this.
And
I can't let this.
didn't I even say something to them?
You said something to them, and y'all both said something separately.
Yeah, because
You
we said something
to them
separately,
first.
and I know I said, but I was, and they were like, well, what did it? And I said, no, guys, y'all are. Like, you all are being loud. So read the room. Do you see that not other people are doing what you're doing? You need to settle the fuck down or something to that effect. I can't remember.
Right. And
Because
I was
they were
like, there are signs here, here, and here.
Because they were convinced it was a racial thing.
Yes.
Right.
And I was
That's
like,
what
no,
was
this is a
irritating me.
shut your fucking mouth thing.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I can't stand. I mean, I love us.
Because it takes away from, because there are true.
Yeah, you're
racist
actually truly
things.
being an asshole right now. Like, y'all need to shut the
Like,
fuck up.
you
not a
are
race
loud
thing. You're an
and
asshole.
wrong.
Thank you.
And it takes away from the actual racist.
So those
things
women
that,
that tried to sue for the train ride in Sonoma, with them getting kicked off because they were being too loud, I 100% saw how that happened, and I wasn't surprised, not even one iota, because I was like, no, y'all are. And then when I saw their pictures, I was like, oh hell yeah!
You
So
showed us their pictures?
Exactly. That's right. We were on this show. That's
because we're
correct.
like, we all know them.
I know.
All of
Yes,
us know
I
them.
know who y'all are.
Some
and
of y'all are them.
absolutely did what the fuck they said, and I really hope you lose because you were having fun, but you were not considerate of the people around
Exactly.
you.
Right.
And that's where
a
you
problem.
get it fucked up. Yeah,
Right.
that's where y'all get it fucked up. So niggas, do better. All right, love you.
Right. We do love you, but I do need y'all to do better.
All right, Angela, tell them where they can find us.
Well, if you want to find us, no, you know you want to find us. Okay, so we're at
Your mama.
we're at multiplegabwounds.com, and there's a link when you go there that says check us out on social media. You should click that and then check us out on social media. Give us a like, give us a follow, all of that shit. Also, we'd like to hear from you. We really would. Submit your stories
Angela
or
wants to hear from you. I don't give a fuck about what you got to say.
I want to hear from you because apparently I don't have a lot going on in my life.
I'm nosy, so
Right. So I want to know what y'all are up to. And you can do that at mgwlistener@gmail.com. It is listener as in listener, not lister. Listener.
Listener.
Listener is what it is. LISTN. Wait
wait,
a minute. So listen, I'm drunk right now.
LISTENR.
What she said. LISTEN.
ER.
ER. Yeah.
And,
I was like, wait, what?
okay, so let me tell y'all, the reason I know this is because I fucked up when I was making the email address. And I forgot to put that E in there. And I was like, why? What the fuck? So, okay. LISTENER. With the MGW in front of it. MGW, LISTENER. Okay, so yeah, we do want to hear from you. And actually, we really do want your stories. And please tell us if you found a way to deal with hot flashes. Because goddamn.
All right, like, rate, share. We get the fuck out of here. I've been your host, Toni.
I'm Angie.
I'm Andi.
And we out. Bye.
Holla.
I didn't expect you to be the one to do that.
Yeah, for once. I feel